Hello, good day, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Sander, and for the last year I've been traveling with my wife Sylvia and my two daughters Linda and Mara through Europe, searching for a country that we want to call our home. We eventually ended up here in Portugal. After searching for about a month or three, we found a beautiful place in the central Portugal where I'm walking through now, that we want to settle down and have a more self-sufficient way of living. So today I want to show you the land, what there is on the land and what we're planning to do. So we bought about 1.2 hectares of land, mainly containing olive trees, fruit trees, a house, a ruin and eucalyptus forest. The land has been neglected for quite some time now, so there are a lot of things that we need to pick up, and the first phase that we want to take you with us is setting up the water, setting up power, making the basics livable for us, because now we're living in the camper van and we hope to move into the house within a short amount of time. But before we start the work, I'm going to show you the land and what it has to offer. So here we have an old basin, water basin, and behind it there's a building for the electrics. We have a borehole over here, and that's the first challenge. We have a borehole, there is a pump, there's lines, but the lines aren't connected to the house anymore. So that's going to be challenge number one. Fixing the water lines, because it's middle in the summer and it's warm, it's hot, and one of the first things you need, of course, then is water. Here we have the olive grove. There are a lot of olives, some in better shape than others. Not sure if there are any olives this year for us and what we can do with it, but we'll see. The land goes up the hill here a bit further. We haven't been there yet. It's kind of bushy and there's a big fence, and there's an incline as well. So that's something definitely in future projects where we can go ahead and explore again. There's a lot of things to find on the land. We have the grapes in abundance everywhere. There are a lot of grapes. We have, of course, like everywhere in Portugal, a lot of brambles. Some say it's a blessing, some say it's an invasion. I don't know, we'll see. There's my lovely wife Sylvia exploring the olive grove. We have a lot of birds nesting in the trees here. We're at the end of July and there are still flowers everywhere, still going. So I guess it means the soil is kind of fertile and there's a lot of water still holding in it. Here we have the olives, very nice. So if you go back this way, you'll find a pathway through the vineyard. And here we have a terrace, and this terrace is going to become our vegetable garden. Let's see what we can do. We don't have green fingers, we haven't had a vegetable garden before, so it's all going to be a bit of a challenge for us, a lot of learning, but that's one thing that we are eager to look forward to learn a lot and to eventually become a bit more self-sustainable in this life. Let's see. So here we're going to the border of our land. We can't really continue further than this. The ground has been dug up a bit, so that's probably some wild boar in the neighborhood that's searching for something. Let's see if I can make my way up here. Fingers crossed it's gonna work. And let's see. There we go. Yeah. strolling through the vineyard. Awesome. The grapes are in different stages, I guess. These aren't looking that great, but here, well, they're still not that big. But look at the amount of grapes, and also already turning black, blue. Not sure if that's correct for the time of year. It's now the end of July. Maybe it's a bit early for them to turn. So here is the first building we have. This is our ruin. From this side it looks kind of okay. But if we go up, you'll immediately see that it does have some work to get this in the state that we want to have it in. So here it still has windows, still has a door. The door is gone, the roof is gone, and here as well, everything's gone. Oh dear. We've got a lot of work here. Let's see if we can do that. I'm planning to do a lot by myself, of course with the help of my wife and maybe of our kids if they want to. So here's the second part. That's a bit more rough than the first part. Only the walls are standing and the rest is all down. No roof, no beams. We'll see. And then we have the last part of the ruin, and that's even in worse condition. I think that's what you can call a proper ruin, right? That's going to be a challenge for phase 2 or 3, I guess. First, we're going to do the basics. Have water, have electricity, have our stuff here in Portugal, because everything's now in 2 20-foot containers. So that needs to come here first. We'll need to find a spot for that. We're thinking about this spot maybe. That's a good spot. A bit overgrown now. But you know, a bit of work and we'll see what there's beneath it. And we'll see. And the second possible location will be here. It's more easy to start up with. As you can see, there's already kind of a concrete plateau there. The plateau was used in the past to dry fruits and vegetables, and now it's been a storage. Which brings us to the best point of the land, and that's the house. The structure that's standing is alright. The main living area now is on the first floor, and on the ground floor there's I don't know, some storage place at the moment, some animal shelters, and that's what we're going to turn into our living room. So besides the vineyard and the olive trees, there's also different fruit trees that we have on the land. I'll show you them. So here, the first thing we see is a big kaki tree. It already has a lot of fruit. Look at those things already growing. They're still green, of course, because it's not the time of year yet. But look at the size already. I'm really fond of that. Then we have a lot of orange trees over here. And we have nectarines already taking shape. Here we have a peach tree, small peach tree. They're looking good as well. So here you can see a lot of the other orange trees. I think we have like 6 or 7 of them. We also have a lemon tree in the background. So let's see if we can find some oranges. They're still green, so it's kind of difficult to see. But if you look at that, they're there. They're there, all right. So yeah, that's it for now. That was a tour of the land. I'm sure there's a lot of things that I haven't shown you yet, and I'm sure this first video wasn't really that interesting to see, to be honest. But I don't know, we'll have to start somewhere, right? And hopefully you'll find it interesting to see us start the work here on the property, to make everything going, to make this a wonderful place for me and my family, and see you around. Bye bye.